Welcome to my channel. My name is Matthias. Today we're going to talk about Deadpool Dracula's Gauntlet. It's a 7-issue miniseries that it's a lot of fun, and we have a pretty big thing happen to Deadpool in this story. He meets his future wife, Shiklah. And personally, I really like their relationship while it lasted. So without further ado, let's get into this. So at the beginning of the story, we have Dracula making the terrible mistake of contracting Deadpool to retrieve his future wife. She's in a tomb somewhere in the Middle East, so all that Wade has to do is go, retrieve her, take her back to Dracula. They're going to get married, and this marriage is going to lead to Dracula becoming the king of all monsters. So what happens is Deadpool arrives to the tomb, he enters, and he discovers a group of assassins standing over the sarcophagus of Dracula's future wife, who obviously is going to be Shiklah. He fights against these assassins, he's able to rescue the sarcophagus, he starts taking it back to Dracula. So now we have Deadpool going back by land with a sarcophagus in Greece. Wade has a run-in with a Minotaur. The Minotaur was actually awakened by the presence of the sarcophagus of Shiklah. And thanks to this brief skirmish between Deadpool and the Minotaur, Shiklah is able to escape her sarcophagus. He's back in the world for the first time in thousands of years. And Deadpool pretty much falls head over heels for her right off the bat. So as the story progresses, they start falling for each other. Shiklah is fascinated with the fact that her death kiss doesn't kill Wade and that he's pretty much immortal. Deadpool tries really hard to impress her. Like, he wants to show off how much of a badass he is during this whole story. Now, the whole deal with Shiklah, she's a succubus. I'm not sure if I pronounced that correctly, but she's like monster royalty. And basically, her family were at war with the vampires way back in the early days of humanity. So this marriage to Dracula is going to end this war between these two warring factions. So Dracula realizes that Deadpool has probably screwed him over because they're taking way too long to come back. So he pretty much sends every monster that he has at his disposal to hunt them down. So first he sends Werewolf by Night, and then he sends like this Black Ops monster team that the roster is pretty funny. Also we have Hydra and AIM hunting down Deadpool. And then we have Deadpool returning to New York City, starting an open war against Dracula and all his monsters. And at this moment of the story, Deadpool actually calls him for some help. And during this time, Wade was part of the Red Hulk's Thunderbolts, so you see them in the story. And we get this really awesome moment where Shiklah actually confronts Dracula, tells him, "We're not going to get married because I got married to Wade," where Dracula just loses his shit and actually uses Medusa's head to turn Shiklah to stone. And the final battle that we get between Deadpool and Dracula, it's freaking hilarious because Wade's blood is disgusting to Dracula. So he just keeps on splashing him with his blood, and he stabs him with a bone that came out of his arm that's also covered in his blood. So this story starts a very interesting era for Deadpool, where he's married to Shiklah, and Shiklah is the king of the monsters. They're living under New York City. I like the dynamic that both characters had as a couple because Shiklah has this whole fish out of water situation that she doesn't understand the modern world, and Deadpool's trying to present everything to her, but from a Wade angle, so it's freaking hilarious. And as time progresses, you realize that Shiklah is totally evil, even though she does love Wade her own way. Like, you know, she's up to something. So I'm gonna leave this video here. I hope you guys liked it. See you guys next time. Bye.